Well, in the UK, Brexiteer Boris Johnson landed a convincing victory in the first round of voting for the Conservative Party leadership, making him the favorite to succeed Prime Minister Theresa May. Let's see how the markets in London are reacting to that this Friday. Juliana joins us from our London studio. Hello, Juliana. Good afternoon. Well, it's a wet day here in Lagos. I wonder what the weather is like there in London.
Well, it's cold. It's not as warm as it is in Lagos. And you mentioned Boris Johnson there. I think it may be a little bit unfair to blame the markets on the prospect of Boris Johnson becoming Prime Minister. But at intraday, London's blue chips are performing well below par, and the heavyweight shares are showing few signs of brightening as rising geopolitical tensions in the Middle East, which you've just spoken about, are taking their toll. The all share is down 0.57%. The FTSE 100 has shed 44 points at 0.62%, and the FTSE 250 is down by 59 points, the equivalent of 0.35%. A big faller on the FTSE 250 today is the UK construction services company Kier Group. Now, their shares dropped by 19% after a British newspaper reported that they're preparing to sell off its house building unit to bolster its sticky balance sheet. Now, in currencies, sterling is still underperforming versus the euro and the dollar today, down by 0.32% on the dollar. A pound will get you $1.26. Also down against the euro by 0.12%. A pound will get you €1.12 today, and down on the Japanese yen by 0.45%.
Meeting in Luxembourg, European finance ministers are discussing new restructuring rules for Eurozone sovereign bonds, which could drive up yields of highly indebted states from 2022. This certainly has implications for the UK, irrespective of the Brexit, isn't it?
Well, yes and no, really, Chimmy. The UK, of course, is not within the Eurozone, and if these new measures are to be approved, this wouldn't take effect until January the 1st, 2022. And by that time, you'd expect, although anything can happen, that the UK would be well out of the European Union. But if we are to use the UK as an example, the news wouldn't concern them as much as it would concern their European neighbours, such as Greece, Italy, Portugal, and even France, who have a debt close to 100% of its output. This story, again, is still yet to be verified and has only been reported due to a Reuters reporter accessing a confidential document. However, if it is true, this new restructuring of Eurozone sovereign bonds would take away the power from states in high debt to block bond restructuring. Now, critics are already concerned that this move could increase yields on bonds of governments, as they would be perceived by investors as being of greater risk at being restructured. Similar stories we saw in Greece in 2012.
Okay, in corporate news, Vodafone suffers technical faults across Europe. Is this affecting you as well, Juliana?
Well, Chimmy, I'm not a Vodafone user, but I definitely sympathise with their customers. Now, since yesterday evening, Vodafone's internet service appears to have literally stopped working, with users unable to access the internet. Now, the issue appears to have happened across Europe and in certain African countries. I know that Ghana Vodafone were tweeting about this, and different users are reporting different types of issues. Now, Vodafone have released a statement, and they have said that the services are being restored, but they've warned customers that it could take some time before they're running as usual again. Not good for service users, I'm afraid. Well, the firm are recently announcing that they would introduce 5G in 7 UK cities in July. So good news in store, but not for users today.
All right, thank you very much, Juliana. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thank you for your time.